They always said I was the reliable one. Maybe that's why they thought it was okay to use my credit card, without permission, to fund my brother's luxury trip across Southeast Asia. When I saw the $85,000 0 cents charge, I didn't yell. I didn't panic. I froze the card. And what happened next? Let's just say his beachfront dream turned into a long, hot walk through custom. Before we unravel this mess, hit like, subscribe, and tell me where you're watching from. I'm Callie Morgan. I'm 30 years old. I work as a data analyst in Chicago, Illinois. It's a steady job. Pays well. I earned every bit of it. 4 years of night classes while working 2 part-time jobs, then internships, then a foot in the door. I've always been the planner, the fixer, the quiet one who makes chaos go away. Even when I was drowning, I made sure my family stayed afloat. They called me dependable. It used to feel like a compliment. Like they trusted me. Like I mattered, but they never asked how I was doing. Or if I wanted to keep carrying everything. This time, I let it fall. Our family isn't big. Just me, my younger brother Tyler, and our parents Elaine and Martin. Tyler's 26. Charming. Gets what he wants. He always has. He wanted to find himself in Bali. I guess he thought I'd foot the journey. I live modestly. Bought a 2-bedroom condo last year. Saved every bonus. Watched every expense. I don't spend what I don't have. My credit score? Near perfect. I'm proud of that. My main card has a high limit. Useful for emergencies. Not for first-class fantasies. I don't mind sharing, but I do mind being stolen from. And this time, I wasn't cleaning it up. On Tuesday morning, I was sipping my usual coffee and getting ready for work in my apartment just outside downtown Chicago. I opened my banking app, like I always do, just to make sure everything looked normal. Most mornings it's the same, a $4 0 cent charge for my streaming subscription, maybe some groceries, the usual. But today wasn't most mornings. What I saw made me jerk my hand and spill coffee on my wrist. The number staring back at me wasn't small. It wasn't even large. It was staggering. $85,000, 0 cents. A charge on my credit card. My breath caught. My fingers went cold. Surely this was some mistake. I clicked for the charge history, heart pounding. It wasn't a single transaction, it was a series. Flights, 5-star hotels, Michelin-star restaurants, names I'd never seen before in places I'd never been. Bali, Singapore, Phuket, Tokyo. One after another, I scrolled, stunned. I thought, fraud. Someone must have stolen my card. It's the only explanation. But then something stopped me. A week-old charge from a boutique travel agency in River North. The same agency I remembered Tyler name-dropping over brunch. He said they planned life-changing experiences. My mind raced. Tyler, my brother, the one who never budgets a thing. I scrolled further. More charges. A ticket to Bali. Booked 3 weeks ago. He had joked about taking time off to discover himself in Southeast Asia. My stomach turned. No way. He used my card. No hack, no fraudster. Just family. That's when I knew he didn't just take a vacation. He took my boundaries too. And I was about to take them back. My stomach sank even lower. No, it couldn't be true. I called my parents. My dad, Martin, answered. His voice was calm, too calm. "Hey, Dad," I said, trying to keep my voice steady. Did you use my credit card recently?" There was a pause. Just a beat too long. My heart caught it. "Oh, hey, Callie," he said, casual as ever. Not surprised, not alarmed. That was a bad sign. "Yeah, your mom and I booked Tyler's trip. His card limit wasn't high enough." I blinked. My mouth went dry. "My card? Without asking me?" I said slowly. "Well, we meant to," he said, his voice breezy, like he was telling me the weather. "But things were hectic with the arrangements, and you're always so busy, we didn't want to bother you." Bother me? They charged $85,000 0 cents to my card and didn't even think it was worth a heads up. Dad, that's $85,000, I said. My voice was rising now, sharp around the edges. I know, honey, he replied, still calm. Too calm. But it's for Tyler's trip. You know how much he's dreamed of this. And you're doing well, Callie. You can handle it. I froze. You can handle it. Like my income was a communal fund. Never mind my mortgage, my savings, my goals. Then, Mom got on. Sweetheart, don't be upset, Janet cooed, her voice syrupy, condescending. It's family, we help each other. Tyler's having the time of his life. You wouldn't want to ruin that, would you? My hands trembled now. Not from caffeine, from fury. Because what they took wasn't just money. It was permission. It was respect. And I was done letting them take anything more. If you've ever felt taken for granted by the people closest to you, you're not alone. And this story isn't over. Tap subscribe so you don't miss what happened next when I turned the tables and my family realized just how much I'd stopped being the reliable one. I wasn't just angry, I was stunned. They weren't apologizing. They were defending themselves, justifying it. She's been posting the most beautiful pictures, my mom continued, her voice light. She looks so happy. That hotel in Paris, right near the Eiffel Tower, the view was unbelievable. She sounded like she was talking about a Hallmark postcard. She said her plane seat turned into a bed. First class. Oh. And Martine upgraded her last minute. A little surprise, she added with a small laugh. A little surprise with my money. You took my money, I said, my voice low, flat, dangerous. You took $85,000, 0 cents from my account, without asking, to send Tyler on a luxury vacation. And you think that's okay? It's family, my dad said again. The same line, over and over. You've got more than enough, he added. Tyler doesn't have your kind of savings. He deserved this. You'll bounce back, you always do. You're the responsible one. The fixer. The bank. Always Tyler. Always the golden child. But what about me? What about my hard-earned money, my goals, my peace of mind? I ended the call. I couldn't take one more word. They didn't act on impulse. This was planned. They chose to steal from me because they assumed I'd never say no. Then my phone buzzed. A notification from Instagram. Tyler posted a picture of him poolside in Santorini, cocktail in hand, smiling. The caption? Living my best life in Santorini. Thanks, sis. Thanks, sis. He knew they used my card. And he flaunted it publicly like I was some kind of sugar sponsor. That was the moment the anchor changed. It wasn't just betrayal, it was violation. They didn't just steal my money. They stole my trust and expected me to smile through it. Tyler was their favorite customer and I was their silent funder. I called my best friend Jordan. He works in finance, smart, logical, the kind of person who double-checks everything. He's known me since college. He knows how hard I've worked to build something for myself. My parents used my credit card, I said, my voice harder now, steadier. Without asking, they charged $85,000, 0 cents, for Tyler's trip. I walked him through the whole story, the destinations, the upgrades, the excuses. Jordan listened quietly, didn't interrupt once. When I finished, there was a pause. Callie, he said slowly, that's not okay. That's not family. That's fraud. I know, I whispered. They think you'll just eat it, like always. Are you going to? I pictured Tyler's smug post. Thanks, sis. I thought about my dad saying, you can handle it, like my boundaries. No, I said. Firm, clear. I'm not. Okay, Jordan replied. What do you want to do? I want to stop it, I said. I want them to feel this, to actually face it. You can freeze the card, he said. Report the charges as unauthorized. The bank will investigate. They'll call you and you tell them the truth. In the middle of the trip? I asked. Jordan paused. Yeah, in the middle. A flash went through my mind. Tyler, lounging on a yacht, suddenly locked out of his hotel room. Card declined. No backup. It felt harsh, ruthless even. But then I thought about the $85,000, 0 cents, about my savings, my time, my dignity. They took everything assuming I'd stay quiet. I didn't owe them that silence anymore. Do it, I said. Let's shut it down. My voice was calm now, steady. Walk me through it, I told Jordan. Let's freeze it, report the fraud. He guided me through every step. We called the bank together. I explained the situation, though it felt surreal saying it out loud. My parents used my credit card without permission for my brother's luxury vacation. The customer service rep on the line actually gasped. They launched the fraud investigation immediately. Within minutes, my account was frozen. Every card tied to it shut down. No more charges, no more withdrawals. It was done. The next few hours were painfully quiet. I kept checking my phone, waiting. I knew what was coming. Tyler would try to pay for something, it wouldn't go through, he'd panic, he'd call our parents, and they'd call me. The first call came from Tyler. A video call. He looked rattled, still in his luxury hotel robe, hair a mess, phone shaking slightly. "Callie, what did you do?" he said. "My card isn't working." I stared at the screen. "Your card?" I asked, playing dumb. "Yeah. The one Mom and Dad gave me for the trip. It's getting declined everywhere." "Oh," I said casually. "That's weird." "Weird? I can't check out of the hotel until I pay. We're supposed to head to Koh Pai Phi this afternoon." "Huh," I said. "Might be an issue with the bank?" His eyes narrowed. "Callie, did you do something? Mom said you were upset." I didn't deny it. "Upset," I repeated. "Tyler, they used my credit card, the one I pay off every month, without asking, and charged $85,000, 0 cents for your vacation." I paused. "So, yeah, I'm more than a little upset." "Oh my God, Callie, it's just money," Tyler said, his voice rising. "You have plenty. Don't be so dramatic." Just money. That's what $85,000, 0 cents meant to him. "It's my money," I said, my voice firm. "Money I earned, money I saved. It's not yours, it's not Mom and Dad's, and you don't get to spend it without asking." "But I'm stuck in Greece. What am I supposed to do?" he snapped, eyes wide with panic. "This," I said flatly, "is for you, Mom, and Dad to figure out." I ended the call. Minutes later, my phone rang again. It was my mother. Her voice was no longer syrupy. It was sharp, demanding. "Callie, what did you do? Tyler's card isn't working. He's stranded." "I froze the account," I said calmly. "You? You what? How could you? He's in another country." "Yeah, Mom. With $85,000, 0 cents of my money that you spent." "It's family, Callie. You can't do this." "Family doesn't steal, Mom," I said. "You didn't ask. You didn't even warn me. You just took." Then my dad's voice thundered onto the line. "You ungrateful brat, after everything we've done for you? You sabotage your brother's trip?" "Sabotage?" I repeated. "You stole from me. I froze my account." "That's not sabotage. That's protecting myself." "I reported the fraud to the bank," I added. "They've opened an investigation." There was silence. "Investigation?" my dad said, suddenly quieter. The word had landed differently. "You wouldn't," he added, his voice less certain now. "Try me," I said. "You took my security, you shattered my trust, you treated me like an ATM. So yes, I would." They started threatening me. Guilt trips, accusations, promises to make things hard. "Go ahead," I said. "My life's already been hard. You just made sure I finally stopped carrying yours. Because you two decided my money belonged to you." I hung up. The next few days blurred into a mess of calls and texts, mostly from my parents, shifting wildly between rage and emotional blackmail. Tyler called too, crying, whining about how his dream trip was now a nightmare. Then other relatives started reaching out. My Aunt Dana called from Portland. Her voice was low, stunned. "Callie, is this true? Your parents used your card? For Tyler's vacation? Told her yes. I told her the full amount, $85,000. I told her they never asked, that they thought it was fine. David was silent for a beat. "Oh, Callie," she said gently. "That's awful. I'm so sorry." It was the first time someone in my family actually validated how I felt, that what happened wasn't just family stuff. It was wrong. Word spread quickly. I'm sure my parents spun their version that I was overreacting, cruel, ungrateful, but when the actual number hit people's ears, it didn't land softly. $85,000, 0 cents, isn't a disagreement, it's a violation. Some relatives said I should have let it go, that family matters more than money. But others? They saw it clearly. They saw the betrayal, the entitlement, and suddenly, my parents had more than just me to deal with. Questions were being asked, maybe even by the bank. Their perfect family image? It cracked. Then it shattered. Tyler's return home wasn't so glamorous either. He had to figure it out himself, maybe borrowed from friends, scrambled for a coach seat instead of first class. Good. My parents, furious about the fraud investigation, called me again. "You're ruining our reputation," my mother shouted. "You're making us look like criminals." "You did that yourselves," I said calmly, "when you stole from me." "We'll get a lawyer," they snapped. "Go ahead," I said, "so will I." "Let them sue me." "For what?" I said to Jordan. "For stopping them from stealing more." Jordan helped me find a lawyer, just to get some advice, to make sure I wasn't missing anything. The lawyer didn't hesitate. I was fully within my rights. Freezing the account had been the smart legal move. And yes, technically, I could sue to recover the money. But suing your own parents, that's messy. That's painful. So I focused on the bank's investigation. That process was clean, formal, objective. My report made it clear these charges were not authorized. The account holder, me, had not given permission. Every detail was on the record. Still, it was emotionally draining. I was angry, I was hurt, but somewhere beneath all that, I felt lighter. Like the pressure I'd carried for years, the pressure to fix things, to keep everything afloat, to be the responsible one, was starting to lift. For the first time I realized I didn't owe them anything. Not my silence, not my savings, not my sanity. I stopped answering their calls. I stopped responding to the flood of texts. I needed air. I needed to breathe without being pulled back into their orbit. At first, the silence was jarring. I'd grown used to their noise, their chaos, their needs. But slowly, the silence became peace. I focused on work. I saw friends again. Jordan never once made me feel like I had to earn his support. I started building routines that were mine, taking care of me, not them. The money? Maybe I'd get it back, maybe I wouldn't. But freezing that account? That stopped the bleeding. That was the line in the sand. And for the first time, I had boundaries. Their guilt trips didn't work anymore. Their manipulation fell flat, because now I saw it for what it was. They weren't victims. They were entitled. They stole my trust. They tried to weaponize my reliability. But I took it back. My peace began the moment their access ended. I found my voice. I reclaimed my future. And I finally understood, being the responsible one doesn't mean carrying other people's bad decisions. It means protecting yourself. If you've ever been taken for granted by the people who were supposed to protect you, you're not alone. You are allowed to say no. You are allowed to protect your peace. If you've ever been told to just let it go while others took advantage of your silence, I see you. I didn't want to be the one to make waves. I wanted to be the one who kept everything together. But at some point, I realized I was bleeding to keep other people comfortable. If you relate, drop a comment below. Tell me what moment made you finally say, enough. And if you're still in it, still finding your voice, know this. It's not selfish to protect your peace. Hit subscribe if you believe boundaries aren't betrayal, they're survival. We deserve better.